Number 5.
He tried to threaten the Chief. In 1996, the Bulls acquired Robert the Chief Parrish, part of the '80s Celtics that eliminated Mike from the playoffs on multiple occasions. During a practice scrimmage, Parrish botched a play and saw Jordan glaring at him. "I'm not as enamored with you as those other guys," said Parrish. "I got some rings too." Jordan then said, "I'm gonna kick your ass." Parrish, a 7-foot-tall, third-degree black belt, took a step closer and said, "No, you really aren't." Mike backed down and never bothered him after that.
Number 4.
His 3-point contest record. If there was ever anything close to a weakness in Mike's game, it had to be shooting the tray. Even then, that's only relative to his other skills, because his career 3-point percentage sat right around league average. Still, he has the dishonor of holding the record for the worst single round in a 3-point contest with only 5 points. He tied Detlef Schrempf for that record in 1990 and it still stands. Not the most accurate representation of Jordan's long-range game, but the GOAT having the worst record at anything basketball-related is pretty crazy.
Number 3.
He didn't mind cheating. Everyone knows that Mike is addicted to winning and stops at nothing to get his fix.
Winning.
Him and Hornets assistant GM Buzz Peterson were teammates back at UNC, and they would regularly have casual card games with Peterson's mother. Surely enough, Mike would consistently cheat, hiding cards and doing whatever else he needed to do to get the W, even though there was never any money wagered. He even took pride in his foul play. "It's part of the game," he'd say. "You gotta watch me."
Number 2.
The Charlotte Lolcats. During the 2011-2012 season, Mike went full circle. Once part of the best team in NBA history as a player, he was now part of the worst team in NBA history as an owner, after his Bobcats won only 7 games out of 66 in the lockout-shortened season. This gave them a win rate of only 10.6%, which was bad enough to beat the 72-73 Sixers for the worst regular season record of all time. This abysmal campaign was finished off by a 23-game losing streak, 21 of which were lost by 20 or more points. The exclamation point came during the last game of the season, when instead of sitting on the bench with his players, Mike was watching from his private box. When he appeared on the Jumbotron, the fans let him know exactly what they think, marking the first time His Airness was booed on his home court.
Number 1.
He lost one-on-one to a desk jockey. Not a lot of NBA stars get beat one-on-one at their own basketball camp, but the GOAT just happens to be one of them. After his final retirement in 2003, Mike once again hosted his flight school camp, where he had gone undefeated for 8 years. That's when he met his match in 45-year-old mutual fund CEO John Rogers Jr. Unfazed by Mike's signature trash talk, Rogers pulled off an upset win against His Airness in a game to 3 in front of a crowd of 150 people. To be fair, Rogers played point guard at Princeton, where he was also captain of the 1980 Ivy League championship squad, and he obviously caught Mike by surprise. Still, the greatest player in the history of the game got beat one-on-one by an investment banker, and that's an absolute mindfuck. An even bigger mindfuck is that you'd expect the ultra-competitive Jordan to ask for a rematch right away, but he didn't do that and instead just gave Rogers a hug and said next time he'll show him what it's like to play in the NBA, which still hasn't happened.